Listen, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. I want to talk about taking yourself out. A lot of guys, I tried this at 34. I wish I would have done it sooner. So I want to share like how to live an introvert lifestyle. Now, when it's all said and done, I started at 34. This was like my first year of the whole semen retention process. I went out, it was a Capitol Grill in my neighborhood. Shout out to North Hills. If you know, you know. So I went out to North Hills and I got the lamb chops. I had a budget like a 400, business booming, trap jumping like Jordan. If Young Metro doesn't trust you, at the end of the day, let it breathe. So I decided to go out to Capitol Grill. Went out to Capitol Grill, guess what? I had a good time, sat down, had some lamb chops, left a nice little $50 tip. And then after that, I went across the street and it was a rooftop bar. I went out, you feel me? I'm gonna stop tipping. I'm gonna be honest, bro, because I tipped the other lady $50 and the service was terrible. It's like, yo, my money ain't no good. I'm telling you, but that's neither here nor there. I had a good time and I went out by myself. And I feel like as men, ask yourself, when's the last time you went out to a 5-star restaurant by yourself? If you never went out by yourself, I think that you should literally get dressed up, go to any type of place where you can find any type of suit, get a nice custom-made suit, and then at the end of the day, listen, go out by yourself. Everybody is focused on dating. My question is, who is really treating themselves? And I'm gonna say this again, most guys worry about going on dates. They're addicted to a never-ending game. They're addicted to a never-ending cycle. But I'm serious, you gotta stop and think. How many guys really put on a suit, put on a bow tie, go to a nice candlelight restaurant by themselves? To me, I feel like as a man, that's the best thing you could do. And I'm gonna say this again, I feel like as a man, that's the best thing that you could do. And when you do that, I wouldn't say on the often, but when I say when you do that, probably like once every 4 months, once every 5 months, or just at least once a year. When I mean once a year, at least once a year, all you gotta do is just treat yourself. A lot of guys feel like everything they do, it has to be with the woman. Like the new phrase go, it has to be with the husband. I am telling you, learn to love yourself, because the more you could be by yourself, the less you feel the need to run into another person's life. And I'm gonna say this again, I've been living this introvert lifestyle since I was a kid. That's what people don't understand. Because listen, when I was in St. Croix, when I was young, and I went to private school, shout out to, you feel me, Christian Academy. Listen, the kids knew I was different. I talked different. They didn't really have a conversation with me. So I will literally say I've been an introvert probably ever since I was the age of 6. And then I homeschooled from 6 to 13. So you guys have to understand, my first time that I ever been around kids, my first time that I ever really interacted in school, I was 13. So that was literally 13 years of just being an introvert. You feel me? Going to school. I would say I was an introvert since the age of 6. I don't care if people stole my name on YouTube. So if they're gonna steal my name on YouTube, you don't think they're gonna steal my talking points on YouTube? But seriously, I've been an introvert, and I'm not going back in the introvert battle, but seriously, lie to you not, I've been an introvert since the age of 6. So when I really got my team, it was like the movie The Wood. Shout out to The Wood. You feel me? Shout out to Cali. But I would say 14 is when I really got my team. And then from 14 to 18, everybody just start going, doing their own thing. So I would say 18, after having a team of Wolves for 4 years, I would say 18, I went back to being an introvert. I went back to moving solo dolo. So with that being said, it took me 34 years. Don't let this happen to you. But I feel happy that at 34, it finally hit me when I started my whole SR journey to actually go out, dress up. You feel me? I had the rollie on, and when it's all said and done, I went out by myself. And I enjoyed a night by myself. But not only that, let me take that back. When I was 29, I went to Las Vegas by myself. I went to a pool party by myself. I enjoyed everything by myself. So like I said, I've been living this lifestyle. And honestly, I suggest you guys do that too. Las Vegas, they have pool parties. I think I was at the Hard Rock Casino, Hard Rock Cafe, one of the two. Anyway, they had a pool party in my hotel. I would say from 11 a.m. it was lit. 11 a.m. it was jumping. So at the end of the day, listen, I told myself, when I go to Las Vegas, I'm not trying to get any numbers. Listen, when it's all said and done, it's crazy how I really been practicing semen retention before semen retention without even knowing that I was practicing semen retention without doing semen retention. Because like I said, I really been an introvert my whole life. And I just learned how to really just, listen, even when I went out with my friends, I was always the first guy that would try to get the first dance. I was always the guy that tried to set it off. So when it's all said and done, I realized I am the life of the party. So if I'm the life of the party, I could roll by myself. It hit me, I promise you. I will say I started to travel the world by myself at 29, which is very late, but shout out to everybody that's starting early. At the end of the day, there's no competition. But I would say I started to travel the world by myself at 29. Las Vegas was my first trip. That's why I got the pump up the volume. You could tell I had so much fun. Literally, from the first trip from 29. Matter of fact, a decade later, I'm still saying pump up the volume, pump up the volume. So all you guys out there, I promise you, go to Las Vegas. Only the pool parties only. Because at night, I don't trust Vegas. But when it's all said and done, if you go to any pool party by yourself in Las Vegas, I promise you, that's going to be life-changing. You're going to realize you don't even need friends. I promise you, that was the best time of my life at 29. Then I got my passport by myself. I started traveling the world by myself because everybody around me, nobody had a passport. And I'm going to say this again, nobody had a passport when I was 30. So at 30, by myself. 31, by myself. I would say I've been living a traveling, which is different. Because I've been living an introvert lifestyle, I would say since from 6 to, which is a long time. I've been living an introvert lifestyle. Couple women here and there, a couple flings here and there, but I've been living an introvert lifestyle from 6 to 29. But I've been living the travel, international introvert lifestyle and domestic from 29 to 39. So I'm a decade in international solo introvert travel. And I just want to say, listen, that's the best feeling in the world. When I went to Vancouver by myself, you feel me? I went to an Usher concert by myself. Everything is by myself. And so many people, they can't really stop and think like, wow, you came to Vancouver by yourself? You're at a concert by yourself? When it's all said and done, yeah, I'm by myself. Like, why do I need another person around me? You feel me? When it's all said and done, I don't care what nobody say. Like, treat yourself. Take care of yourself. A lot of men feel like they gotta have people around. No, those are weak men. It's time to be strong. It's time to go on a generational run. When you tell yourself you're about to go on a generational run, all the fear gonna leave. And I'm gonna say this again. When you tell yourself you're about to go on a generational run, all the fear is gonna go out the window because you realize, you know what? I could really take care of my family. I don't care what nobody said. That's the best feeling in the world. When you really think, I could really take care of my family. What? You the man. I could really buy a house. I could really buy a house in Costa Rica. What? You the man. I could really buy a condo in New Zealand. What? You the man. I could really buy land in Australia and I could have kangaroos in the backyard. What? You the man. I could really post up in Ireland. I could really post up in Scotland. I could really post up in Finland. I could really post up in Ireland. Yeah, if you go on a generational run. And I'm telling you, the best way to go on a generational run is to keep on loving yourself. And I'm gonna say this again, the best way to go on a generational run is to keep on loving yourself. If you continue to keep taking yourself out, keep grooming yourself, keep working out, keep eating healthy, keep dropping content, keep improving, keep running up the revenue, you're gonna realize, why do I need to go out and date? And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna realize, why do I need to go out and date? A lot of people, they're just following the crowd. They're following the masses. I'm here to tell you, why be the average Joe when you can shop at Trader Joe's? And I'm gonna say this again. Why be the average Joe when you can shop at Trader Joe's? When it's all said and done, you got to love yourself. Go to a nice hibachi spot, 5-star restaurant, candlelight dinner, Cape Town, South Africa, rooftop patio. Go by yourself. A lot of people are afraid to go somewhere by themselves. Now, catch an Uber, catch a Lyft. You feel me? If you got a private driver, get a private driver. But when it's all said and done, learn to go out by yourself. And one thing I want to say to all men that really want to be successful, I'm going to say, start going to bed early. If you really want to be successful, if you go to bed early, you will wake up early. You will attack early. When it's all said and done, there's no point of really staying up too late. It took me 39 years to realize this. But listen, like the phrase go, better late than never. I really think that's the best phrase in life. Better late than never. When it's better late than never, guess what? At least you finally got it. And that's what life is all about. Finally, it's finally clicking. The dots finally connected. And with that being said, I just feel like, as a man, how you gonna love a woman if you truly don't love yourself? Serious question. Like, before I finish this video, I'm just gonna say, how can you truly love a woman if you truly don't love yourself? How could you truly love your kids if you truly don't love yourself? Everything starts with you. People want to pull that victim card. Man, forget the victim card. When it's all said and done, I told you guys since 2023, no, 2022 for sure, I told you guys, you are not a victim. We got to go back in the archives. We got to go back 3 years if we got to, but I'm here to tell you that you are not a victim. You got to learn how to love yourself. Find your style. Find your flow. Take your time. When you by yourself, guess what? Let me tell you guys something. You don't understand how I'm so happy that on the come up, I didn't have millions of dollars. Sometimes it takes time, and you guys have to understand, God's delays are not God's denials. And I'm gonna say this one more time, because a lot of people, they feel like, oh, I should have. No, you shouldn't have anything that you didn't deserve. And I'm gonna say this again, earn everything, beg for nothing. But when it's all said and done, you are where you're supposed to be. Everything is right. A lot of people feel like, oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Listen, you are where you're supposed to be. Whatever you did in the past, it got you to this point. Now, if you want better, at the end of the day, listen, I think every man should go 5 to 7 years. And when I mean 5 to 7 years, I think that right there is a breakthrough to finally respect women. Because like I said, my first year, I was going through it. Second year, going through it. Third year, I was too focused, penthouse. Fourth year, try to date. Fifth year, we're here. But I'm saying though, now I'm really thinking I really want to go on a cruise by myself. I want to go on multiple cruises by myself. I really need to up my love for me before the family comes in. I want to share that message with you all, because we live in a world where people give so much, but they don't even take care of themselves. You got to take care of yourself. You got to love yourself. Treat yourself. Don't beat yourself. Just once in a while, figure out, go on TikTok. One thing I love about TikTok, everybody put a TT in the chat. One thing I love about TikTok, everybody that drop content, they showing you new, cool restaurants in your town. And I'm gonna say this again, they showing you new, cool restaurants in your town. So when it's all said and done, shoot some content. It's crazy how we live in a world where a lot of people will sit back and watch a content creator shine. They will sit back and watch a content creator bubble. They will sit back and watch a content creator straight blow up like a volcano, but they won't drop content. Listen, content is easy. If you like to bowl, shoot content. If you love to eat, listen, everything can get recouped if you do content. When it's all said and done, listen, I'm to the point, I don't know how people feel about themselves, but it ain't about being in front of the camera. When it's all said and done, listen, I'm in front of the camera, but I made a lot of faceless content as well. So whether I'm in front of the camera or behind the camera, I'm passionate about life. And I feel like the best way to be passionate about life is to really destroying your ego and destroying your lust. When you destroy your ego, you got to stop and think, why do I need to be around other people? When you destroy your lust, you got to stop and think, why is her beauty impacting me to the point that I feel like I got to go and ask for a phone number? When it's all said and done, listen, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I'm gonna say this again, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Quit while you ahead. Like, if you want a dating app, get off. You feel me? If you on Bumble, Hinge, all that, get off, you feel me? If you run around dating, leave that alone, you feel me? When it's all said and done, just stay focused before you end up homeless, and actually love yourself, because when you don't really love yourself, it's easy to be desperate to run into somebody else's life because you don't really fully love yourself. It's easy when you don't love yourself. You got to go out on dates with women that don't truly respect you. When it's all said and done, there is no woman that's hot to go out that's not respectful. You feel me? When it's all said and done, but when you don't love yourself, it's easy to compromise. Listen, there is no compromise. It's either they riding with you or they not. It's either they got your back or they not. They either for the long term or they not. When it's all said and done, if nobody comes to your rescue, listen, you got to be 10 toes down. When it's all said and done, I've been on YouTube for 5.5 years. When it's all said and done, ain't nobody shouting me out, but guess what? I'm still 10 toes down. So no matter what, always stay 10 toes down and believe in what you're doing. And if it doesn't work right away, understand God delays are not God's denials. Stay focused, stay in the zone. And I really want to talk about not giving up. When you make up in your mind, and when you tell yourself, I'm never gonna stop, I'm unstoppable, no matter what happens, no matter what obstacle that comes your way, trust me, you're gonna keep on pushing, let it breathe.